Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin and today I'm just going to be taking the drone out for a little bit of practice flying because I've flown plenty of remote control planes and stuff like that before, but I've never actually really flown any FPV drones apart from yesterday. I bought it 2 days ago, flew it yesterday, threw it off a waterfall for like the first flight, which was pretty scary. But now I'm going to take a little bit of time just to get to grips with it, have a little play around with a few different settings and see if I can get it dialed in and see if I can get myself comfortable. I'm going to try my best to do as much sort of manual flying as I can. I know there's plenty of modes on there that will get shots for me, but I want to be able to get to grips with it so I can line up things myself and just be fully comfortable. So I'm here, I've come to Cairns International Speedway, so hopefully there'll be some interesting stuff in the nearby area to film. There's also some water over there. Let's just get flying. Right, and away we go. I did manage to get a pretty decent first shot straight off the bat. A little bit of upwards movement with some downwards gimbal rotation, looked pretty good. Then came up to do a bit of a turn shot down the jetty. Didn't get it lined up quite right, so I had to stop and readjust and then sent it down the jetty and got this shot pretty much how I wanted it after that. I then decided to do a top-down view of the river sort of network, and I decided it was a bit too low and a bit too fast, the rotation, so I went a little bit higher up, rotated a little bit slower, and I thought this was much better. And then coming back down the jetty, I managed to line this one up pretty much spot on. It came straight down the middle through the trees, and I did a little bit of a celebratory dance at the end because it was well deserved. Then put the drone into circle mode on a quick shot just to test that out, worked fine. And then on this shot I tried to do a lowering shot with an upwards gimbal rotation, got the coordination a bit wrong so the shot looked a bit odd. And that's it. Right, first flight complete. That was actually pretty good. I did try out one of the quick shot modes where it doesn't orbit around me, so you'll see that anyway. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit more to grips with it, feeling a bit more comfortable. I did do some flying over the water over there, but I'm going to walk over there a bit more because I did start to lose signal. So I'm going to go over there and we'll try and do some water shots this time and let's push the envelope a little bit. But pretty impressed with the Mini 2 so far. It's quite windy today, it's holding up super well, the footage looks really stable. Hopefully it's coming across nice to you guys, you'll be the judge anyway. So I'm going to head over to the water and I'm going to fly again. Let's go. So for the start of flight 2, I tried to do a manual sort of tracking shot. I got a little bit close to this tree in the end, it spooked me, so I swerved quite drastically to the left, which kind of spoiled the shot, but we carry on. Then decided to do a top-down view of the jetty going out. I thought this looks like quite a nice shot, I was quite happy with that one. Then I decided to go over the water, but first sort of half on the bank just to build a bit of confidence. Then I went straight over the water. I'm pretty comfortable that the sensors are doing the job at this point, so I'm just trusting the drone to stay above the water. I put it into FPV mode here to get a bit of a swooping shot around the corner, and some birds came the other way to make it look nice. And then this one took me quite a long time to line up. You can see here lots of adjustments, but when I finally got it there, it turned out to be quite a nice shot, sort of a rise with a gimbal rotation down. And then I went to the car park, try and do some basic maneuvering just to get a feel for how the thing handles. I sort of struggled a little bit at first. You can see here I'm just twitching and stuff's going all over the place, but then I decided to do some figure of 8 maneuvers, and they really helped to coordinate all my yaw, roll and all that sort of stuff together. And after a while I started to get a pretty good grasp of how the drone would handle and tweak some of the settings as well to make it feel a bit more comfortable to how I want it to fly. Right, I just finished flying with battery number 2. Now I took it over to the water and I was doing a trust test on the sensor, bringing it right down to the surface and make sure it wasn't just going to splash into the water. So I now have faith that that works. I'm putting together some pretty good shots now. Going to load up the last battery and I'm going to put together a little sequence for you from all the stuff I've taken so far, plus whatever I get from this video. Make a nice little cinematic sequence for you, and I hope it looks okay. Actually, before I landed it, I was just stood there and I was wiggling the right stick all over the place and the gimbal was super steady. I can't believe you can just throw it around like that and the gimbal just doesn't move. Like, they've got this thing dialed in. Let's go.
There you go, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of cinematic sequence, if it was any good. Hopefully it was, but that serves as a little bit of a benchmark for me, just so I can judge how the footage is going on and getting better over time. DJI Mini 2, I just flown 3 batteries on it, it's not even warm, perfectly capable. I'm glad I got the fly more kit because it gives me plenty of time to put in the hours and get that footage down to a T for you guys. Just had a couple of guys come over saying they could hear it and wanted to just check it out, so everybody loves a drone. Thank you so much for watching, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Wait, like, subscribe, bye.
You